Good evening.
Welcome back to another Euro racing experience, Group 4 race. Today we are racing at Watkins Glen.
And qualifying will be starting soon, after a 1-week break, with the start of the American races for the end of the season.
I may think I need to restart the stream because I have the wrong round in the title.
I think you can leave it like this and I'll edit it after.
Okay, good.
Let me actually check if I can do it right now. So I'll keep my race info displayed. So I'm sort of the engineer. And who do we have on track?
So...
Are we? Yeah, okay. We have... we did last time a rundown of the entire grid. I don't think we've got any changes.
I also don't think so. Yeah, we could start at the track today. Watkins Glen, one of the classic American tracks. I mean, we both got some experience ourselves on this track. What's your opinion about it?
Yeah, I think honestly it's a very nice track. It flows. The one thing I did notice was that there are some very late apexes. So, you really have to hold your line because just like in Group 3, otherwise you'd end up in the wall.
That's definitely true. And it's also a pretty interesting track with the long straight after turn 1, or the long fast corners after the first straight.
Yeah, and it's quite mixed. You have some high-speed corners, but generally I think it's a medium-speed track. No, I'd say downforce is king around here.
Yes. That's definitely true.
So we have Baptiste going in for a stop, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, Baptiste is already refueling.
I don't know why he's not going out though.
Yeah, maybe he wants to have a little bit more fuel, so he can run 3 laps.
Maybe, or it could also be a crash he had.
Yes.
And Dr. Hall going out.
So, the championship could be decided today. Flatbread can take the title.
And under what circumstances would that be?
If he scores 17 points or more. Shizik is currently on the 2nd place and is 16 points behind Flatbread. Another contender for 2nd place would be Max Limit with 44 points. So if we have another champion than Flatbread, it's gonna be Shizik. If he does a really good race. Yeah, then the 2nd place wouldn't be enough for Flatbread. Then they would tie if Flatbread disqualifies the last 2 races and Shizik wins both races.
Okay, I think we might see a champion this round, but that would mean Flatbread has to get P1. P2 will not cut it.
Yes.
And actually maybe not, because you see we only have 8 people, so everyone will be getting points. I think as long as Shizik finishes, the championship won't be decided today.
I also think so. I mean, it was a pretty dominant season from Flatbread. He won like 3 races out of the 6 that happened.
And did he attend all of them? I'm not even sure.
No, I think one he didn't attend. The 4th race.
Okay, so
the 5th race, sorry.
So that's like what, 60% win rate, I think.
I think so, yes.
Not bad. If you
I'm not that good with
like
mathematics. Another pretty interesting thing would be that there is a meta change since last week.
Oh yes, I don't know if that has affected only GR4, right?
Only GR4, right? They were getting much slower.
So we should be seeing some a bit less laps, I guess.
Yes, maybe one less than normally, but I don't think that will make that much difference.
And if
Pretty
I'm not
interesting is
mistaken,
that yeah, talk on.
Yeah, this has changed the meta to the front-engined cars as well.
Yes, but the most meta car at this moment is the Genesis. We are currently watching with max limit.
Genesis, Shizik, and Sanglier, and as well Wave 72, I think. They are the ones in the front-engine car, so let's see if they can make the most out of it today.
Yeah. So, the qualifying itself is pretty normal going at this point. Nothing
It's quite
crazy.
close at P1 though. You can see only less than a tenth up there.
Yes. I think it will be a battle again between Flatbread and Sanglia.
Yes, I think so, and maybe the strategy will be what sets it all, or the tire wear. You know, that could really be a factor for today's race.
I mean, if we watch Max Limit, his front left is so much deader than the other tires. The same happens with Sanglia. Flatbread just went out. Piloto also. No?
Yeah, but you can see Piloto Barese has much more even tires compared to...
It's crazy how much more tire he has.
Yep. And
I
I
mean,
think that will make the difference when you have to corner. You know, that will change the things
the
up.
Alpha is the lightest car, but
Yeah.
is also one of the slowest cars in the grid.
I don't know, maybe it can make up on that with the fuel, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I don't think the other guys could run 4 laps in this qualifying session, and he's currently on his 4th lap.
In only 7 minutes, but I think he should have pitted for some new tires, honestly.
Yeah, hopefully he starts his session new and get himself some new rubber. Oh no, he is pitting. Maybe the cleverer idea to restart the session from the menu.
Yeah,
Was Max Limit driving? Was Max Limit driving on mediums?
Yeah, it would seem so.
Crazy.
And he still got a decent lap, if you look at it. But I think they are out of time. Sanglier as well. Wait, not Piloto Bares. Sorry. So Piloto Bares, I think he should have pitted way before.
Yeah, he cannot finish his outlap right now.
Yeah, that will be way too close.
Maybe Shizik can pull something off. Coming into the last sector.
Let's see if he can take something out.
I just realized he has the Ukrainian flag on the back of his car.
Yes,
That's a pretty
because
nice
he
detail.
is Ukrainian.
Yeah, don't misunderstand the Dutch flag on his car. He's a Ukrainian guy, just living in the
And
Netherlands.
I think he's also not the only one, as C. Baptist is from Mauritius, if I'm not mistaken, but
Okay.
staying in Romania. And Dr. Hall, I think, is from Egypt.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we have quite a couple of mismatched flags, if you want to call them so.
There we have both Ferraris, head to head, into the last corner. Can Flatbread improve his time? No.
And yes, actually
Yes.
yes, a 10th and a half. It is definitely not bad.
And Baptiste? No. Pilot de Barres, but this was his out lap. Who we have left? St. Clear.
I think we only have
Wave 72 left.
yeah, he's the only one doing a lap now. Get enough fuel, I think, as well. But the session is done though. So we will be waiting just a bit so everyone can get their tires ready. And then we will be going on to the next stage.
I'm just gonna get myself a drink and I will be right back.
Okay.
Hey Andy, check is complete.
Okay, so we will be waiting for two runners to come back and then we will be starting the race of today.
And I'm back.
Okay, so we will be starting then. And let's see what everyone will do soon.
What's also pretty interesting about Watkins Glen, I think I never saw such a simple description of how the corners are labeled or named. I mean, one corner is called the 90, the other one is called the heel, the shoe, the toe, I mean. Yeah, the shoe itself is the...
Which one is the shoe actually? Or all of them, because I'm not familiar with any of the names.
The 90 is the one they are now heading to, the first corner.
Okay, so let's see if into the 90 we will see any moves. And it doesn't look like it in the top. Only Shizi going down the inside for P5. This is taking it without any issues.
Yeah, maybe Pilote Barres is again running another strategy. What happened to the other guys? They are already fighting for P7 back there.
Exactly, so you now have, I think... Oh, look at the top 3. This looks quite promising as well. As we had Flatbread lose 2 positions down into P3.
Baptiste currently leading this race.
And the gap is just under a second for the top, how many? Top 3, and under 2 seconds for top 4.
So Max Limit is right behind? Max Limit is right behind them.
Indeed.
I think this one was called the heel. This corner.
Like
yes.
the one most of them have done?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, those seem like pretty simple names. But I think you can remember them a bit more easily than just numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that some corners have names and some don't. I really like it.
Not all of them do?
Nope, not every corner has a name.
I guess some are not worthy of names.
Yeah, I also think so. But this is a little bit pulling away here. So what tires are the guys using? I see Baptiste is running the middles, the mediums.
Yep, so we had a crash with Max Limit, but no damage. I think he might have just been out. I see most on the mediums except for Shizik on the hards and Dr. Hall and Wave. So Shizik and the last 2.
Okay. But I think the last 2 will be running another strategy because they are already a little bit behind the other guys.
Yeah, that might be true actually.
Yeah, I think we will see some 2 stops and maybe some 1 stops.
Some 2 stops and 1 stops, I think. Yeah, that does depend a bit. Like so far, I think Wave 72 has about 90% left in the tank, with almost 2 laps done. So I think we might see 1 stops, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean in the Group 3 race, the 1-stop strategy also paid off. And you can draw some comparison from the Nodder series.
Yeah, true. But the races are a bit longer and also a bit more laps.
Yes. But then it's even more possible to do a 1-stop strategy here.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. As Baptiste seems to be leading, and yeah, Sanglier has a better top speed from what I can see. But other than that, it seems like a pretty tame race.
Yeah, I mean, what can really throw someone off are the rough penalties here. I mean, you cut a curb at the inner loop, 1.5 seconds, 3 seconds. You cut the first corner, 1.5 seconds. Yeah, that could really throw someone off.
Honestly, I found them surprisingly lenient, I think, as I only got 1 penalty or 2 penalties the entire race.
Okay.
So, I think we can cut quite a bit of them.
Yeah, you can really
And
cut some of them. I even had one penalty. I went flawless the whole race.
yeah, I think the issue here is just being too greedy and taking more than you should.
Yeah.
And I think we will see a pass from Flatbread.
I think we will
Have to-
try it here.
Or not.
But the top
Yeah,
speed
it
of
seems
the
like-
Mazda is better.
Yeah, it's quite unbeatable, I think.
But then it's why? But why can Baptiste also in the Ferrari pull away?
No, on the straights he's actually slower, so if we look at the gap, he is losing. I think he's faster in the corners, but he's losing a lot.
I
the
just
straights.
see it. Yes, he just lost half a second on the back straight.
And he's not fuel saving, so I think that's just the car.
And there it is, the first 2.5 second penalty. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I think Baptiste will be going back to...
Fourth place? Maybe?
Yeah,
Even fifth?
that's possible. Because even Barrese is gaining on Baptiste.
That might be even the right point to switch strategies. Does he have another strategy in his head?
I mean, being on the mediums, I don't even know what you could be doing. But yeah, he gets to keep the P3. And Flatbread will be trying to get at first place.
I mean, it's a pretty easy penalty zone here. You get not so much. You not lose so much time as on other tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a sort of a short penalty,
Straight. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like a high speed penalty zone like the Nürburgring last week or for 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. That one does.
So now we have the first 4 in 1.5 seconds.
And till now, all of them on the same strategy.
They are pulling ahead of
only
Next Limit and
sorry,
Chiswick.
only Piloto Barres seems to have a bit less fuel, which I think will cost him. So in the pits, he'll have to stay a bit behind. But other than that, they're all very close. This looks like a pretty nice battle.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see some of those guys racing next season in Group 3.
Do you have any insider info to share here on the stream?
I think there are some manager changes next season. There will be some new faces. Or some old faces.
Some changed faces, possibly.
Yes. And
Yeah,
in my opinion, Flatbread needs to get a seat. I mean, he will be the champion here, or at least second place.
yeah, undoubtedly, I think he will win, and he's also done well in attendance because some in Group 4 do not do all the races, but I think he has a very good shot at joining the season.
Yes.
And I wouldn't rule out the other guys as well because you don't have to be the fastest,
No.
You might need number 2 driver or somebody who is a bit cheaper.
And Pilota Barese goes for the move.
As he pushes Sankir wide as well, I think
Yes.
that might be a penalty report.
I think that will be one. can he now defend it on the back straight here?
Yeah, definitely the Mazda will just fly past, I think. At least that's what I'm expecting, but it doesn't look like it.
He can hold his line. He defends it pretty well. And Baptiste is back to 4th place. Flatbread is 3rd, Sanglier 2nd, and Pilota leads the race.
Yeah, I think
Unbelievable.
Baptiste is 3rd and Flatbread 4th. Honestly, again, Barres has way less fuel, so I don't know how he will manage that. You know, that will be difficult.
But his cornering speed is really, really good. He's starting to pull a little
Yeah, if
bit.
we can... From what I can see, I think his tires are the best ones so far, so if he can pull away now, that's his best shot. That's what I would say. And yeah, I think this will be a one-stop strategy for most.
Yes, we are already 11 minutes in. That's a 4th of the race.
And just as an update, Barres has about 48% fuel, and Sangria and others about 60, 65, I would say.
Max Limit is driving his completely own race. But his front left tire is not looking really good. Oh! And he touches the wall. Ah!
This would have been a good lap to box, but I don't know, will Shizik be able to capitalize on that mistake? He's gaining on the straight, but will he be able to keep on shrinking that gap in the corners as well?
The tire management of the Mitsubishi is horrible. I mean, look at his tire, and he's on racing hards.
Yeah, I think it's basically on the fronts at least as bad as others on the mediums.
That's incredible. And Pilota stays ahead, even gains a second from last lap.
Honestly, as long as P2 to P4 can keep on fighting, that will serve him well.
I mean, like I said, he has the lightest car. That really helps in those corners.
Yeah, but at the moment, he has like a 15-liter deficit to the other cars, and that's 15 seconds in the pits. You know, that's what I think will be his main issue and why he has to pick up the pace even more if he can. On the other hand, he's risen up now, right? He's building that gap. So if these three keep on fighting even after the stop, he could catch up and maybe get at P1. Because the wear on the Alpha is the best out of all the cars in the top 4.
And I also think
so,
that
you know, maybe
Sangria really needs to pit. They all need to pit pretty soon. Except of Pilota. I think he can maybe stay 1 or 2 laps later. Or go 1 or 2 laps later.
Yeah, I think for that 20-minute window, you would need to box on lap 11, so at the end of 11. And I think these guys, their tires will be dead by then.
I think so. I think they will pit earlier. as the three of them go in the third last corner.
Let's see if they get to the box.
I don't know if you want to box. If you have the slipstream, do you want to stay in the slipstream on this track? I don't think so. I mean, on the straight, it's good. If you have a Mazda in front of you, even better.
I mean, I think it's good only if you can pass with the slipstream. Otherwise, I would rather just be on my own, probably.
Yeah, so it might be even the better idea to pit earlier than the other guys, just to get some clean air.
Yeah, that might be actually a decent one. So almost 5 seconds to Piloto Barres.
This could be really interesting. We might even see a new winner in Group 4 today.
That would definitely be nice. As we have Flatbreads and Baptiste fighting for P3 now, with Baptiste just in front, but I don't know if he'll make it stick.
Nah, the outside is too difficult on this corner. Maybe he will try it again on the back straight.
I think there's a good chance, but the gap is not as big as it was. Actually, not as small as it was, because it's now a bit larger.
Yeah, but the gap is closing. Ah, and here we have the first one in the pits.
So we will keep seeing Baptiste and Sanglier fighting, still fighting, yeah.
Baptiste can also catch a little bit up to Sanglier. But now comes the best part of the Mazda, the straight.
Yeah, but then the Mazda will really suffer in the corners if you take a look at that wear. Now, if he can stay in the slipstream and just hang to the Mazda, you know, that will be beneficial for the last
Can we
sector.
shortly talk about Chiswick? He has like half. He has so less fuel than the others. That's incredible.
I mean, he has half, right? How much did he had when he started?
I think 36.
Oh, 36. You know, that's not far from Piloto Barres because he has 20, 18. Actually.
Can you see his fuel?
Yes.
Is he riding fuel map 1, right?
No, I can see the fuel map, just the fuel amount.
Okay. And the gap is growing between Piloto Barese and Sanglier again.
Yeah, but why is it 3 seconds? Because we had...
like 5 seconds, yes.
We had almost 7 actually, like 6,
almost 7. Maybe Piloto had a penalty.
That could be it. I think he might be going in this lap. No, actually not.
But Sanglier needs to go in.
Yeah, and Baptiste as well. On fresh tires.
Max Limit needs to go in as well. He's still with the damage. Dr. Hall maybe goes in as well.
You see, Max Limit actually has different damage because he also had the front left. Now it's different. I don't know if he maybe went once just to repair the damage and then got some again.
Now we can see the pit laps on the right. He went in lap 6 where he went already into the pit. Yes.
Yeah, wait, what happened on lap 7, 8, and 9? I don't know, I have some glitch on the...
Yeah, I also have that glitch that everybody went into the pit like 5 times.
Is that not actually true?
No, that's not true.
No, it's not. Okay.
And Baptiste chooses the hard tires.
And Flatbread as well.
Flatbread goes through. So it was the better idea to pit earlier.
Yeah, I think staying out late might help, but Barese will lose the position definitely.
I mean, half a minute is not enough here.
Yeah, especially with the fuel he needs.
I mean, sorry, he has 53 minutes. Seconds. No, not minutes.
You know, that fuel will definitely be the end of the hopes for now, at least.
Pilote Barres is now in the pit, refueling to 60 already.
Yeah, quite a shame, I think.
Yeah, I think he had a really good pace here, but the strategy didn't pay off that well, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer with the balancing of the cars and the fuel saving of each.
Yeah.
Because there's not a big enough of an advantage to justify the loss in the pits. Dr. Hall also in the pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits for a really long time at this point. I think if the race ends like this, we have some math problems, or I had some math problems beforehand. Flatbread gains enough points on Shizik and still wins the championship.
Wait, why? So, what's the gap now? Let's check.
16 points, I think. Yes. And you get
points.
60. Nah, that's not enough. That's still not enough for Flatbread to. Shizik would need to be disqualified.
Shizik would need a disqualification, and even on P1, Flatbread wouldn't get, because he would need 40 points to outclass, I guess, Shizik. And he can't get. How many? What's the gap now? 16?
Yes, so he needs 17 points.
No, he would need 24. So 24 and 16 would make up 40, and he can only get 20, so he would not be able, but I think next race he will. I'm honestly surprised we saw Nicolas take the championship today with 2 races to go.
I mean, he won every race besides one.
Yeah, but even then, I would have expected some fierce competition. And yeah, it was definitely a very good job from him. A very nice recovery from last season.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, with those performances, he deserved it.
He really deserved the title, yes. He was flying over the tracks this season. Incredible. His pace was much faster than ours.
Yeah, I think he might be Max Verstappen undercover.
Max Verstappen.
And I think I'm. Wait, let me check. I think I might have pinned something where we said if he wins the championship, he does a face reveal. But I will have to check for that.
No, not a face reveal. He will do an interview.
An interview. Oh, close enough. Close enough. So
we already talked
season,
about it in the Group 3 stream.
And you had the interview for real?
No, he didn't join. Shazik meant he will join after the last race and give a big interview about the whole season.
Also, like a documentary. We're making a Nicolas documentary, you see.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good promo, I guess.
Yeah, that would be interesting for sure.
So, there's not really close racing anymore on this track. The only 2 close together are Wave and Dr. Hall.
Yeah, and a similar gap for P1, under 3 seconds, but still not small enough.
Yeah, and there is the penalty for Wave.
Yeah, that will mean Hall will get the P7, I think, at least for now.
Yeah, the P7 already ran through. I mean, Wave wasn't even in the pit yet. Wave is on old hearts. On old hearts.
Yeah, the pace is a bit lacking, but still points are points.
I think all of those guys are qualified to race in Group 3 next season. Let me check real quick.
So, yeah, don't forget to also add today's race to their count.
Yes. So flat rate has definitely enough. Shazik as well, but he won't race in Group 3. Max Limit as well. Linotin misses 1 race to be qualified for next season. 3 races is the minimum count, right?
Yes, 3, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, 3?
3, yes.
I'm not even sure. Wait, let me check the official documents. Because it might be 5 for this season because we have the 8 races.
Yeah. Yeah, can Flatbread close the gap on Sanglier? That's the big question. No crashes happening, no overtaking.
Absolutely nothing.
Just clean racing from all guys here. Some are
Yeah,
faster
it's a
than
bit
others,
too
but
clean, you might say.
yes, it's no action for us to really talk about. Flatbread cannot, Baptiste cannot close the gap. Cannot close the gap to Flatbread. It's still 6 seconds. The same from Flatbread to Sanglir. It's still 2 seconds. And max limit is like 23 seconds behind the podium, so there's also not happening that much. And we only have like
Getting good.
8 minutes left of racing. Have you found the minimum requirement of the races?
Yes, the issue is I forgot to update it for this season, and it stayed to 2 races like last season.
It stayed to 2 races, okay.
I forgot to update it, but it's not. It shouldn't have been 2.
It shouldn't have been 3 or what?
It shouldn't have been 2. It should have been. I think it. The conclusion was that that would be 5 teams, 5 races.
5 races.
Season 1 car selection. I'm looking at any of the announcements.
That would mean that Flatbread, Max Limit, Pilota, Sanglia not. He needs 1 race more. Dr. Hall also. And Wave cannot even get enough races this season.
I mean, I think that's fair, right? Because we still have a couple more races to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, Baptiste. Wait, Baptiste has 2 races done, right?
Baptiste has 2 races done, yes.
Yeah, he will need 3 more. So today and 2 more. And yeah, we will see quite some new drivers, I guess. Which will be nice.
Yeah.
That gap for P1 and P2 is just way too consistent. It's annoyingly consistent, some might say.
Yeah, and Baptiste is losing time on Flatbread.
So, we got 6 more minutes, I think.
Yeah. 5 more minutes and lap after that. The timer runs out.
Yeah, it seems like a very interesting race, some might say. I think the closest gap we have is for P1 and P2, and Flatbread is actually finally gaining on Sanglier. We might see some action, finally.
Yeah, maybe the tires are running out of Sanglier.
Yeah. He has better rears, but the fronts are not doing well.
The fronts are that what counts in a front engine car.
Yeah, and in the rear engine, or the mid engine, I guess, you would want them equal.
Yeah, as
taken so.
equal as possible.
So, 2 more laps and Sanglier is back on pace, I think. As he, Flatbread actually scrapes the wall a bit.
And that's at the unfortunate point where Sanglier can gain some speed through the 90.
And I think he's gaining once again around here. But yeah, no, the Mazda is still faster, so there's that. So honestly, Sanglier just has to finish this lap and one more and he'll take the win. Because Flatbread can do much with the pace he has. Unless, again, Sanglier does a mistake.
Yeah, I think we will see around 20 laps. 21.
Yeah, I think actually 20, because
20, yeah?
this lap we're about to see, yeah, that will be the last one.
Wave will only... He has 4.5 second penalty. Ah, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I know, I saw him go out like a minute ago, but it's I didn't know it was that bad. And we have only
Piloto
1.4
also
seconds.
has a 2 seconds, yes. But that doesn't matter anywhere, because the gap to the front and to the guy behind is too big.
Yeah, but we have a small gap between P1 and P2 finally. So only 1.4 seconds. Let's see if
Flatbread can pull off some last lap magic. I might even follow to the chase camera here.
Yeah, so far he has only lost on this straight. But in the corners, this is where the Ferrari should shine with the tire saving. As he goes wide, Sanglier. He's gaining almost down to a second.
Come on, Flatbread.
Once again. Less than a second now. That will be close. That will be very close, I think.
He's almost in the slipstream.
And he's still losing time on the straights.
But the tires of Sanglier are completely dead, I think. At least these lines look like that.
I think maybe going on the mediums, that might not have been the good call. But who knows, we still have, I think, like a kilometer left.
Come on, Sanglier, push a little harder. You can get it.
And Flatbread, yeah, I think he will come down the inside.
Ah?
Will this be? Yes, and Sanglier gets the P1.
Congratulations.
That was very close. Quite close. I think we also have the interviews now, right?
Yes. We should invite those 3 guys, Sanglia, Flatbread and Baptist, and have a little talk with them. But now let's just watch Max Limit cross the line. As he gets a well-deserved 4th place. Pilot de Barres through the last corner.
Do we...
As he does some celebration. And the last one to finish are Shizik and Wave.
Okay, so we have invited all of them to our interview room. And we have C. Baptiste with us at the moment.
Guys.
Hello.
Hello. Just to check before, have you changed those settings in the
I believe I did. I did. Okay, let's double check.
It should be okay then.
Okay. Let's check settings. Okay. Yeah, it's allowed. Okay.
Okay. So let's start with the interview.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Shizik, what Shizik? Kenway, do you want to start?
Honestly, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Okay, so who we have here now? Should we wait for... Who's missing?
Flatbread is missing, I believe.
Flatbread is missing. But I think there's a curse on the guy leading in the championship. He doesn't want to give interviews, I guess. So,
okay.
Then we should start with the 3rd place.
Okay.
Congratulations to 3rd place.
Thank you very much.
You were leading the race at the first. Really, really great. But then came the unfortunate 2.5 second penalty. What were you thinking after that?
Actually, I feel disappointed a little bit because I was leading the race. My strategy was working as I planned, you know, to create a gap and then fuel safe and go on. So I make the chicane a little bit wrong, so end up with penalty.
Yeah. But I mean, you really fought for the podium there with the other 2 guys. It was a really close pack racing there. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, congratulations to all of you for that really intense moment you gave us.
Thank you.
And yeah, can't wait. Do you want to go on?
Yeah, I think I'm out of ideas at the moment. But yeah, I think that was a very nice moment where all of you 4, you had close fights. I think that was nice to watch, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So, then we will go on with the
winner
of today.
In P2.
No,
Flatbread. Okay.
Flatbread is. I think Flatbread is not here.
I'm here.
He has joined.
Have you also made the changes to the PS party?
What?
Are you on PlayStation
So
4 or
can...
5?
5.
Then press share button.
Which one?
The share button.
Okay. On the party, yeah?
Yeah, just press share anywhere.
Where? I don't...
The share button, that's the little button on the left, above the...
On the controller.
On the controller?
Oh, on the controller.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
And the third symbol to the right should be something about antenna or something. Or no, not the antenna. Sorry, it's the completely on the right, the 3 dots.
Yeah, capture options. Yeah.
Yeah, and there you can activate the setting to share your our party audio. Party audio.
Yeah, okay, I got that.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so everybody can hear you now. Congratulations to P2.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I've hoped for the win, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
You got really close on
GG's.
the last few laps.
Yeah, I mean, it was I had just had enough fuel to push at the end, so I thought I might as well try, but yeah, it wasn't to be, I guess. So yeah, GG's to Sangli, yeah, good race.
What was the most memorable moment in this race?
Definitely the last lap. Definitely.
Okay. I thought so. The gap between both of you were the closest for like the last 10 laps or something. It was the only interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think I wasn't quite sure how many laps there were gonna be. So I just fuel saved a bit, and then once I knew there was like enough left, and I had quite a bit over fuel, I just thought may as well push. So, yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to second place. Can I something to add on, or should I just go ahead with the first place?
Yeah, so just looking at the future, what do you think with all the performances this season, almost the championship, probably next race, I guess, what do you think your plans will be for season 3?
For next season?
Yes.
Probably go to Group 3 and do something there, hopefully maybe compete for wins, or I don't know. But you know, I think I definitely hope to go to Group 3 next season and do well,
Okay.
I guess. So,
Good luck then.
thank you.
Yeah, just wanted to add, Baptiste, you really need to do the last 2 races to be qualified for Group 3.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Only if you make the last 2 races, you have the count of 5, which is the minimum requirement for Group 3 next season.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know. So, Sanglir, I have you waiting for so long now. Congratulations to your first win. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I was not expecting this win today. So I worked with Baptiste the last few days, and the strategy that we set up, it worked. And so yeah, I'm very happy about that win, and it was very stressing.
I think so. Yeah, it's something different if you have the current leader of the championship behind you.
At the last lap, to see Flatbread catching up. Yeah, and I had I think 0.4 fuel.
Okay, at the beginning of the lap.
No.
At the end.
Like yeah.
Okay.
Completely at the end, but
somewhere near the end. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to add something on to the W to our viewers?
So I want to thank you for making us have fun like this, and yeah, thank you to all. Congratulations to Flatbread and Chris, and
Cheers,
yeah,
mate.
that's it.
Okay. Then, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all.
And
we'll be seeing you next week at Daytona.
Yes.
We're looking forward to it.
I'm not looking forward to Daytona.
Daytona is pretty interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
we will
the
see.
opinions are quite split in half.
Yeah, and
Either love it or
you
you
hate
hate
it? Yeah. I just had the same thing in mind. So, then we will now close the stream, I guess. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And thank you also for hosting.
No problem.
Yes.
And we will see you next week.
Yes, we
Yeah,
talk again
sure.
next week.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
See ya.
See ya.
Cheers. Bye bye.